People addicted to gossip, the hidden inferiority complex behind it. Hello everyone. At some point in life, you've probably had this experience. You meet someone, and the conversation always starts with gossip or talking behind someone else's back. At first, you brush it off. Well, that happens. But before you know it, you start to feel yourself being pulled into that negative energy. Sometimes you even begin to worry, what if I'm the next target? Why are some people so deeply absorbed in gossiping about others? Today, we're going to take a deep look at the psychology behind this common behavior, especially the emotion hidden beneath it: inferiority. Gossip goes far beyond simply speaking badly about someone. It can appear as jealousy-driven criticism, attacks on people who feel different, or even as a tool to strengthen group bonding. But behind all of these forms of gossip lies one shared psychological core: inferiority. When people struggle to accept their own shortcomings or can't stand acknowledging others' strengths, they sometimes tear others down to feel temporarily superior. So how does inferiority turn into gossip? Psychology explains this through a defense mechanism called projection. It means transferring one's own insecurity or negative traits onto someone else. For example, when someone feels incompetent, they might dismiss another person's success by saying they just got lucky. Another motive is the illusion of self-worth through relative comparison. People believe that if they pull others down, they themselves will appear higher. While this may offer brief satisfaction, it ultimately isolates the person and deepens their sense of inferiority. So, how can we manage our inner inferiority and break free from the cycle of gossip? Rather than simply telling yourself, "I won't gossip," here are 3 psychologically effective strategies. First, observe who you gossip about and why. For instance, if you find yourself saying, "They only got promoted because they're good at flattering the boss," your subconscious may actually be sending you this message: "I want my abilities to be recognized too." Instead of criticizing, pause and write down what you feel you're lacking. The person you envy often points most clearly to what you truly desire. Second, shift your focus from comparing yourself to others back to yourself. People with strong inferiority complexes constantly measure themselves against others' standards. Instead, start with something small and achievable: 10 minutes of reading a day, or making my bed every morning. When you keep promises to yourself, even tiny ones, your brain releases dopamine. You begin to build self-respect without needing to belittle anyone else. Your confidence grows, quietly and steadily. Third, practice intentional praise through mirrored compliments. Your brain doesn't perfectly distinguish between words spoken to others and words spoken to yourself. Just as gossip creates stress in your own mind, speaking positively about others rewires your brain towards self-acceptance. Once a day, find one small strength in the person you secretly envy and say it out loud. The structure of their presentation was really solid. At that moment, you step out of inferiority and into the mindset of a calm, confident leader. But what if you aren't gossiping, yet you're surrounded by people who constantly do? Gossip is contagious. Even listening can make you feel like an accomplice. Here are 3 psychological defense strategies to protect yourself. First, use the gray rock strategy. Gossipers feed on emotional reactions. Respond like an uninteresting gray rock on the roadside. "Oh, really? I see." With dull, neutral responses, they'll quickly lose interest and move on. Second, redirect the conversation towards solutions or a neutral topic. When someone criticizes a mistake, ask, "So how did that situation get resolved?" Or completely change the subject. "By the way, what's for lunch today?" This subtly signals that you're not interested in participating. Third, practice intentional silence. You don't need to argue. A calm smile and quiet presence can communicate discomfort more clearly than words. Choosing not to engage protects both your reputation and your emotional energy. The ability to spot others' flaws may be sharp, but the ability to look inward is often dull. When someone gossips in front of you, remember, it's usually a reflection of their own insecurity and inferiority. Use what you learned today to protect your inner space. If this message helped you, consider sharing it with someone who may be struggling with gossip-filled relationships. AHA Psychology is here to support your journey toward healthier connections. Thank you for watching.